The views and opinions expressed on this show do not reflect that of the staff and management of WNOV and W293 CX 106.5 FM Courier Communications Milwaukee, but are the sole comments of the host and guest of this particular show.
The views and opinions expressed in this program do not reflect those of Wisconsin Voices. The views and opinions expressed by host and guests are their own, and their appearance on the show does not imply any endorsement or representation by Wisconsin Voices. Thank you for listening to Be a Voice with Wisconsin Voices.
Be a voice.
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 Visit WisconsinVoices.org.
Visit WisconsinVoices.org.
Visit WisconsinVoices.org
and learn more on how to be a voice with Wisconsin Voices.
Excited to be back, ready for tomorrow.
Well,
I'm sure we'll talk about that. But
I'm claiming today is this weekend. It's just Wisconsin Voices weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Because we are doing our cookout. It's our third annual cookout. We're going to continue it until we can't continue it anymore. First time we did it, and we partnered with Transformative Justice, because this was one of those things that like we partnered with someone and they said, why don't we do a cookout? We'll have catfish, a Southern cookout. And I was like, oh, okay. And they brought Jesse Jackson, and they did a lot of stuff with the where we were trying to get out the vote. And that was at McGovern Park, and that was 2 years ago.
Wow, it was under construction.
Right?
And many people came too.
And then last year we partnered with them again, and that was at Sherman Park, and we did the 50th anniversary of the Civil Rights Act. And that was streamed live nationally.
Had a stage.
Had a stage. Yeah, they had a stage.
Oh, girl, right here was on the stage. Like,
I was so sick that day.
Yeah.
It's no way.
She made me cry that day. I was like, you need to go to the hospital up the street. Turn around, go. She like, no, I'm dead. That's how I know the dedication of all of us and the work we do, because she was literally looking like she was fit to pass out. And when I say it made me cry, she know I'm not kidding. I teared up because I was scared for her life. Like, she looked like she was finna pass out, but was still there. She ended up feeling better throughout the day
because we started Jesse Jackson. I saw Jesse Jackson. And there were so many people who showed up to be a part of Wisconsin Voices' second annual. And then, well, on a side note, I just want to say, and that's the day of the Montgomery Brawl.
Yeah, yeah.
And we came home, and all of a sudden we saw all these videos. I was like, wait a minute, this is outshining our cookout. Okay.
You only get 15 seconds, 15 minutes.
And then this year we Transformative Justice wasn't able to partner with us this year, but we still want to give a shout out, because if it wasn't for them coming up with the idea, we probably wouldn't be doing it. But this year we are going to Johnson Park.
Clarence and Cleopatra Johnson Park.
And it's at 1919 West Fond du Lac Avenue.
And can I give the history on Clarence and Cleopatra?
Go ahead and do your thing.
Well, they migrated here in 1921. And Clarence and Cleopatra had a tailoring business they owned. But during the Great Depression, they started a valet service to help employ more African-American people. So they dedicated their lives to try to better the lives of their community members around them. And they also donated to have a YMCA club. The Booker T. Washington YMCA club was funded and founded by Clarence and Cleopatra Johnson. So much love to them. That is my type of people that we all got to find a way in the space and that we are comfortable with for giving back. So that's why we're celebrating there, is because that's literally a community park.
I don't know what got into Latoya today, but listen to our historian.
I love it.
Yes,
I love your
right.
history about the parks and the people that have made this community what it is today. And I think
Yes.
it's awesome that we take a minute just to reflect on what they did for us, and you know, almost 100 years later, you said right around 1930, so almost 100 years later, we're still enjoying the fruits of that labor.
Thank you.
I hope people come out. We have on the menu, because this is about coming, hanging out, listening to some music we love.
Well, people want to know what food on the menu.
Yeah,
Some good food.
but
ain't no hot dogs, y'all.
no hot dogs. Unless somebody brings some to add to it.
I'm bringing some beef hot dogs.
If you want to add a grill there to it, you know, we okay with that, because it's literally about community. But we are having deep fried catfish. No Bayou is doing that. So if you remember that catfish, that is who's catering the catfish. We are having beef and chicken also that is rotisseried right there in front of you over the coals and over the brisket, you know, the brisket.
Yes.
And
Every year.
And they turn and you can watch it cooking. They usually start about 10 to make sure everything is done properly, but literally just cooking it right there.
And how much does it cost for anybody in the community to come out and enjoy that?
It is $0.00.
Love it. But I'm gonna do accept $10 on the side.
We do accept Cash App and no, I'm just kidding. What we do, if you enjoy it and you like the work we do, we ask you to donate to our organization by going to wisconsinvoices.org and clicking on the donation button.
Or come out, and if you can't donate monetary wise, you can also donate your time to work in the community and talk about the great thing all our partners and our organization is doing.
Or come meet us. But you know, those cash donations are really good.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, some of you guys have heard us for, it's over a half a year now. Over a half a year we've been on this show. You know, Brian will be there. Brian Sanders and Joe Dre, Latoya, whatever her last name is for that day. Me, Tamika Vukovic. Nicole will be there. You know, she slide in once every blue moon. She don't like, you know, I
tried to get her to come today.
I know. You'll never get her to come. Shouts out to Nicole. Keon will be there. Who else is there? Chi Bang may be there.
Tim won't be there, but
he has another engagement, but he will definitely be there in spirit.
A number of our partners are going to be there. Several of our partners even the ones I've talked to, have said, yeah, they're
going to be tabling or giving them Urban League. That's one that I come at the top of my head. You know, we have always tried to make this a community thing. It's a thank you almost to you guys for just supporting us, sharing.
It's a community coalition meeting.
Right. It's just, we're really just thanking you, and you guys have embraced us so much, whether it be showing up to our events or calling on the radio show or listening to us here. We just thank you so much, because, you know, I think sometimes we forget to thank the community that supports us, rather than us always saying somebody should, you know, thank us for doing this thankless work. But no, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have jobs. We wouldn't be able to fulfill the, you know, the awesomeness of doing this job if it wasn't for the people that are out there.
So we want to hear from y'all as well at 414-444-5250. or 414-444-5253. So what are we talking about today,
Well,
Mom?
I want to. It's a kind of a topic that I really didn't want to bring because we're sick of these topics. But Sonya Massey, she was the woman in Illinois who called the police because she thought there was an intruder, or she thought, someone right. So that's what she's supposed to do, call the police. Invited them in, having a conversation with them. She was taking water off or pot. We don't know. We can't see exactly what it was, but it was just a pot. And officer asked her to show her hands. Actually, and he made a comment, and she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," and that was her last words, pretty much, because he shot her in the head. She was at least 6 to 10 feet away from him. She didn't have a knife. She didn't have a gun. She didn't have any of those things, and he shot her in the head. Now, his body cam was not on, but his partner's body cam was on. And then his partner went to go, wanted to go get his kit for first aid kit. And he was like, "Oh no, that's a headshot. She's gone. It's a kill shot. It's a kill shot." So she is now deceased. The officer, his name is Sean Grayson, has been fired.
Can I ask you something? Did she lunge the water with him or anything?
No, I think if you watch the video, they actually told her to take the pot off of the stove. And then they immediately went into, this is a threat. And then they told her to put the water down, which she looked like she was complying. And then they shot her.
Are you serious?
So she was complying. From what I saw, my opinion, she was doing exactly what she was told to do by the officers. There was a boiling pot or a hot pot of water on the stove. They told her, "Yeah, why don't we take that off so we don't burn the house down? We don't want any fires." She does that. She says, "I'm going to rebuke you in the name of Jesus." And then he says, "Put it down now." Well, before he said, "I'm going to shoot you in the expletive head," she goes to set it down, and then he fires a shot before you could. I mean,
he told her he was going to shoot her.
Right before it, he said, "I'm going to shoot you in the expletive head."
It's now I think some of the things I read is that he had multiple jobs. I think it was five,
3 years with
Yep.
for about 3 years.
And it was 5 and 3, so it was 5 different departments in the last 3 years. And he had a DUI on there and a couple other 2 DUIs. Okay. And we wonder, that woman only thought, she thought there was an intruder. She let him in the house. It wasn't like, if she was trying to be a threat, she would have never let them in the house. She let him in the house. She was on the video. She was sitting on the couch, talking with them and speaking with them. And then she went and took her water off, and that's what happened. She was in the video, never agitated, even just kind of
opposed to threat.
She felt, I think for me, and I'm just saying the way I felt she felt relieved that they were there to check out, what was going on. And literally when she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," I'm going to interpret that as, he's like, "You don't want the house to burn down." That is a common saying with older people that, "Oh, I rebuke that negativity in the name of Jesus."
Right.
Not anything bad, anything else. It's just, I'm going to rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
You can't say, "I'm going to rebuke you in the name of Jesus." You going to get shot in the head because you say that.
Right.
I mean, like, she wasn't, like, give me something. She wasn't plunging at them, wasn't.
No, there was no aggression on her behalf. And I think what was the most sickening part for me was the blatant disregard for life afterwards by the police officers.
Yeah.
The way they talked about it, like it was nothing, like they just put down a lame horse.
And how he's just
he was just like ridiculously like walking.
he was just walking
around.
around.
Hey, that was a kill shot.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to waste my medical kit on this.
See, but you know what?
Dead as a donut.
Here is the whole thing about that, though. If his partner didn't have the camera on, it'd have been a whole totally different story.
He said they could have thanked you, Jermaine, because that is
So
so
we got to
true.
think about that narrative.
Man, they could have said she was lunging at him. She threw the water.
Type
She
of stuff.
was acting crazy.
And
around
that's
the
why
lady.
he was acting how he was acting, because he knew his was off. So he
just
knew
didn't know
there
his
was no
partner's was
accountability.
off.
He didn't know
Yeah.
his partner.
But I think his partner, I mean, and the thing is, his partner did try.
Yeah.
And like visibly shooken after the incident. Was visibly shaken.
She was a human being to him.
The person the officer that made the shot,
Yeah.
shot her.
He was just
He was nonchalant, like nothing was wrong. Like this happens every day.
And this is not something that we're interpreting the video, but this is not something that we're making up. You can go see the video. You can actually find it on the internet. You know, we put an S on internet. And where is the outcry? Where is the outrage?
Because I guess I can really say that for all of us,
We're numb.
We're numb. It's like think about Sandy Hook, the elementary school, where the young man was had issues about his mother being a kindergarten teacher there, came in and shot pretty much teachers and kindergartners. Everybody rallied. Obama cried as the president. We all thought there was going to be some type of change to control gun laws, and people with mental disabilities would start being looked at about having guns, purchasing some type of control. From Columbine on, people have been screaming about gun control and having these semi-automatic guns that's shooting out 100 or something rounds per minute. There has been no change. George, all the way to George Floyd, the whole country rallied together. That was the first time I seen a unscripted, I'm gonna say that again, a unscripted, diverse protest against something that happened in our communities. And it's still nothing was done. So I think people are pretty much, I don't know, you tell me, Joe. I think people are numb to this point. Like,
Desensitized.
what is the point?
I like to say desensitized.
Yeah, that's true. Like, what is the point?
I will say that one thing about this incident, that there was one thing that was positive, kind of, I guess if we could say that out of this, is that the prosecutors acted very quickly. And the man was put in jail, charged with murder, and held it with no bond, which is exactly where he belonged.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
I wish they could have did something like that before he killed.
Well, that's the thing. There was a pattern in misconduct. There was a pattern going on, and this is what happens so often within police departments across the country.
That's the biggest game.
There's a bad actor, and instead of disciplining them and firing them, we move them to a different department, or we move them across the county, or we move them across the state and expect, oh, everything's going to be different now. That was the problem. The problem is not that. The problem is with the person, not with the department.
Yeah. Thank you.
When George Floyd died, the naysayers, even though it was blatant that he should have never died,
Right.
but they said, oh, he was doing something wrong. Or, there was an element.
A lot of people kept saying he was resisting.
No,
Right.
but that's my point. There's some element of doing wrong. Even in the death of the gentleman at the hotel downtown,
Right.
there's an element of he was doing something wrong.
Right.
This is absolutely no element of doing anything wrong.
It didn't justify a death sentence.
It wasn't
No,
nothing
nothing.
she did
Nothing.
wrong.
Well, not her, but I'm saying whether someone's having a mental episode and goes into a hotel and starts creating a ruckus, that doesn't. The sentence for that should not be someone's life.
Right, but this is why this makes this particular story so more egregious.
Right.
Because there was no touches of elements of
Right.
anything of wrongdoing
She did
by
exactly
her.
as she was told. She did exactly as the officers asked her to do.
And the funny thing, not ha-ha, but funny, ironic, is now they always say he didn't comply or they didn't comply. She was complying. She was well away from them, so it was no immediate danger. And she ended up on her kitchen floor.
Well, and here's the other element when you're looking at homicide. Is there a way to escape? And that's kind of the question I think the courts are going to ask. Was there a way for these officers to retreat and reassess the situation? Which there was. Their exit was not blocked. They were 8 feet away. And if they felt threatened, which I don't feel that they were at any point in time threatened, but if they felt threatened, they could have taken a couple steps back and retreated out that door. They had every opportunity to de-escalate the situation, and it wasn't. And I think that's what...
De-escalate what situation? She wasn't even being rowdy.
Again,
It wasn't even a situation. She was doing what they said.
Exactly. But I'm saying if they felt threatened.
Yeah.
If they felt threatened.
They couldn't have that.
But they never felt threatened.
You know, the only threat that I saw
was it?
was possibly her skin color.
Yeah.
They use
so wholehearted true.
That's the only threat that woman ever gave, was that she was a Black person, period. She was in her nightgown. Her robe, in her own home, calling to ask for assistance. She wasn't a radical. She wasn't a, back the blue. She wasn't any,
She did exactly.
She just did what she was supposed to do as a citizen and as a resident of the United States.
And I guess what I was trying to get to is there is no justification. That's the thing. There was no excuse for those officers to use deadly force at all. Zero. And even if you watch the video after the incident, I think the sergeant comes in and he's kind of pacing around. He goes, "Where's the gun?" And he thought that she'd either shot herself or that someone else had shot her, come in and shot. He didn't know his officer actually shot. And he goes, and that's when he told him he needs to leave. He needs to get out of the house and he's not allowed back in. But he's like, "Where's the gun?" Even a sergeant was like, "You shot her? You shot her?" "Oh yeah, she was coming at me with boiling water." It was amazing that the sergeant
boiling
that he shot.
No matter what. And I just think about this. Even if we know she wasn't coming with him boiling water, but even if he came with boiling water, is that a life sentence? Is he going to die from that?
Really?
Yeah, you can't die from boiling water. Yes, it may hurt. You might have to.
And I think you said it, Joe. Oh no, Jermaine said it. What was the killer thing? That he thought this was not being recorded. That there were no cameras on. That's why he said she was coming at him with the boiling water. Yep. Had that his partner camera not been on, that would have been his story. Right. And what's the sad truth is, I thank God that they started video cameras on officers and that partner had it on. But if he had not had it on, to be really honest with you, he would have backed.
We wouldn't even be talking about it because
he would have backed.
We wouldn't even be talking about it. It would be their narrative, not the truth.
Catch Wisconsin Voices via Voice Radio every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. as we focus on community partnerships, voter education, and long-term collective impact for all Wisconsinites.
You're listening to Wisconsin Voices via Voice Radio. Follow us at BAWI Voice and learn more at wisconsinvoices.org. Wisconsin Voices 3 pillars: protecting democracy, teaching advocacy, building community.
Hey Milwaukee, join Wisconsin Voices for our annual community cookout at Johnson's Park on July 27th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Enjoy delicious food, great music, and exciting entertainment while engaging with the community and learning about our fantastic partners. The event takes place at 1919 West Fond du Lac Avenue in Milwaukee. Mark your calendars and don't miss out on this amazing day of fun and connection. Visit wisconsinvoices.org for more details. See you there.
Whew. We got all kinds of, involvements, community involvement, different stuff we're going to do. We're going to go and talk about elections in a second, but we're going to take our caller. Caller, go ahead.
Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
I attended one of your gun safety classes and was supposed to get is it CDL or CD?
Yes, concealed carry.
Yeah, but I need to follow up on that. But anyway, just wanted to say thank you for the good work. I tuned in when I heard there was going to be fried catfish somewhere tomorrow.
Yes.
And I wanted to find out the details, then offer my opinion on Miss Massey. I understand that the cop was only hired or on the force or a police officer for like 5 years, but had been bounced around from precinct to precinct like 20 or 30 times. And this is why I'm voting for President Harris, because we have to get that George Floyd deal passed. Trump is trying to have where all cops will have immunity. And here's another example of her calling for safety, and then they just shoot her like a dog, and they treat animals better than they treat our lives. So just another reason why, our senators and Congress members matter, because we have to get certain laws pushed through and that we can't stay on the couch. And it's just sad that, again, another life is lost. So I will hang up. Great job. But if you can announce again where the fried catfish will be tomorrow, I greatly appreciate it.
Yes, we will. That will be at Johnson's Park at 1919 West Fond du Lac at 2 p.m. The cook-off starts. So we would love to have you there. And thank you for your comments, because they are wholeheartedly true. They treat animals better than they treat us. And Tamika said it best. Her biggest crime was that she was Black, period.
We got another caller. Caller, go ahead.
So maybe he was scared of water.
Oh, good one. Good one.
Water frightens a lot of people. Water frightens a lot of people.
Yeah, especially when it rains.
Especially the ones that have skulls, tattoos on their body.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that should be a law. That's already telling us that you got some devil in you.
Yeah.
You put skulls on your body.
It's like, but if you think about it, what is that, The Wizard of Oz? How did you get rid of the evil witch? You put some water on them.
Yeah.
I'm melting. He didn't want to be melted.
And it's a scam. And if Donald Trump get back in office, there's going to be hell to pay for a lot of people.
Yeah,
because
our lives aren't going to be considered.
All right. I mean, look at them, what they trying to do. And then they got Black folks helping them. Clarence Thomas should be put out they should have some kind of way where we recall him and take him from his position as a high judge, because the man is doing trifling stuff. How can you receive anything from anybody and you're a judge? You're a Supreme Court judge and you're accepting gifts from people.
Yes.
So your mind, and then your wife is running you. I'm be honest with you, let a fat white girl run you. And no brother I know ever let a fat white girl run.
And the views and opinions of our callers.
Brought to you by Earl.
All right. There you go, Earl.
Yeah. Because that don't make no sense. The man is out here. The man is out here doing Sabbath things. He's doing stuff that create problems for us. But as long as he on their side, they gonna back him. And we can't let Trump get. We can't let Trump get in office. Because next thing you know, he'll be checking all the women. He'll be checking all y'all to see if y'all pregnant himself. Because you remember he like grabbing.
Oh, he's gonna monitor it as well.
Watch
he's gonna do it.
Wait. Let's watch your.
No, I wasn't gonna say that word. I know. That's why I said he's gonna grab you in there, and I got quiet.
Okay.
I already know. I got respect.
No, it's not that. Because sometimes, well, you have to give. Hey, you have to do a quote.
NOV got respect for you too. Thanks.
Just to add a little bit more to that, it's not just at the one at the top of the ticket. It's all the way down the ticket. You have to make sure,
of course,
when we're voting for our congressmen, men and women, when we're voting for our county officials, our city officials.
Well, hey, you cannot vote for people that don't like old people.
Or people that don't have children.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because how do you say old people don't have a right to vote when they've been voting before you was born?
Right. And then said people that don't have children don't know how to vote because they don't have.
And your mama and your daddy is old, ain't it? Because you look like you about old. So your daddy and mama got to be old.
Well, it is fun day, fun Friday.
And I am sad that Grandpa is not running for president no more. If Grandpa needs to be sitting
on this show, do not reflect
in the rocking chair. In the rocking chair and sit back and relax. Now, do he still get his library?
I think so. Every president.
So you have 4 years.
Yeah, every president gets a library. We don't know. I don't know where it's going to be at though.
Probably Delaware.
He fixed it, don't he?
Oh, you mean Biden? Yeah, he will. See, the thing is, just because Biden decided to step out of this race does not negate anything that he did previously. Right. He's just not running for another term. He's still there as president now. He
January 20th of 2025.
Right. He is there. He is going to run the country up until then.
If God's will.
Yeah. So it's not anything that he didn't resign from his office. He just
resigned from the campaign.
He just does.
Or being reelected.
He just suspended his campaign. And that's the I guess the technical term. Joe, we try to, it's so much, but we try to be neutral because we are a nonprofit, but some of this blatant stuff, we always go back to our vision and mission, and we are, in our pillars, we protect democracy, build community, teach advocacy, and we also are an organization that our emphasis on BIPOC, marginalized, and disenfranchised people. So when there are things that are said to marginalize women, to marginalize Black, to marginalize Natives, to marginalize Asians and Latinos, we have an issue with that. And I don't care who say it. Right. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to protect everybody. When we come back, we're going to tell you what JD Vance has said. I think we have to take a break. Oh, we don't. Oh, I thought we had to take a break. We don't have to take a break. We don't have to take a break now.
No.
That's good. Could you tell me what JD Vance, which is DJ? You know what? I'm so busy. I'm still thinking about the cookout and our DJ that's going to be there. But what did JD?
You don't want to hear this spun into a DJ song at all. But, I'll just put this out there. And as a former elected official myself, anytime you start out a sentence when you're addressing people as I'm going to get in a little trouble for this, you probably shouldn't say it. So JD Vance says, I'm going to get in trouble for this. when he was speaking to the conservatives at Intercollegiate Studies Institute. He said, why have we let the Democratic Party become controlled by people who don't have children? Why is this just a normal fact of American life that the leaders of our country should be people who don't have a personal and direct stake in it via their own offspring, via their own children and grandchildren? When somebody calls out that, look, if you're a miserable cat lady, you should not force your misery on the rest of the country. They just get really upset about it.
So I have a question that hits so hard. Okay, let's just negate. We're going to completely take out of the people who choose not to have children, like who choose not to have
Which
children.
is a woman's right, by the
Which
way.
is a right, but they choose not to have children. Are you saying that women who are not able to bear children,
choose not to have children?
but I'm talking about the ones, because he's literally talking about women right now, not even men, because there are men out there who don't have children who are elected in all parties. But he's saying if you don't have children, what about those women who actually cannot have children, either for medical reasons or whatever? They're not. That's a issue that they can't serve their public or their community or as an elected because of them not having children,
or shouldn't have as much of a voice as someone that does.
I can't even argue the point, period, because I feel like, who are you to tell somebody if they have children or not, that they don't have a right to exercise their voice?
If you go back,
my kids are grown, so I should stop voting because I don't have little kids around that makes me vote a certain way. What?
Exactly. And
but we have a caller on the phone.
Go ahead.
And we're gonna get to that caller in 1 second. We just have to start thinking about what people are saying.
Yeah.
And I keep saying this over and over. When people tell you who they are,
they're telling.
Believe them.
Yes. Yes.
We got a caller. Let's see what the caller has to say. Caller, go ahead.
The lower caller that called in, he had some great points. It's probably the way he framed it and delivered it, but he made sense to the point. You guys came back with, what about if a person cannot have children? And I guess that would be created an act of God. But I think where he really wants to go is that there's a group of a gender of people that are forcing their belief on the whole country. And believe it or not, they doing a number on the men that have chosen this lifestyle, are doing a number on you straight women, supposedly straight, because they got y'all mimicking them in their attire, their extra over exaggerated fingernails, over exaggerated eyelashes, the over exaggerated everything that's over exaggerated. The regular woman feels that she has to compete with these people, and it's a sad thing. And there's a white guy on your panel, and I want to ask him a question.
Wait. I just wanted to say I just wanted to say one thing. You sure are very attentive of what they wearing and how they wearing it. Go ahead, ask your question.
I like that. That was good. You know what that is? You know what that's called? That's called, when you do that to a person like me, that's the gay shame me. So therefore, I'm saying.
No, I'm just saying you awfully you paying attention on the game.
No, but that's
ask Joe his question, please.
Okay,
yeah, go ahead.
His name is Joe.
Okay, well, Joe, I want that, but Mrs. Vukovic, that was pretty good, and that's been a technique that's been used to shame.
I'm not shaming anything. I just said I heard that. So I'm not gonna argue with you. You wanna
I want to ask the gentleman something. I hear the gentleman, he's excited about getting us out to vote and voting. He's not, although he hasn't studied, he is, he's made it perfectly clear that he's definitely a progressive, or he leans that way. Now, I want to ask him a question. What you said, sir?
Yeah, no, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Now, Do you understand, not the crime bill, sir? I want to talk about the Crime Act of 1985. Do you understand what that did to black people?
Yeah, I mean, where we see it continue to play out in our justice system today, where black.
Guess what? And guess what, brother?
Yeah.
Guess what, brother? And I'm gonna call you brother because you're
you know with you one time.
Well, he's American. But I want to say this to him. You said it's still playing out in our today's society, in our court justice system. You're correct. Obama had 8 years to get it before Congress and get it repealed. Then, not only that, sir, there's a couple programs that don't even got to go before Congress that affects the black man right now, today, while we on the phone. It's still working. It's called the HIDA Act and the HEFCA Act. That's a program that was put in during the Crime Act. Okay, I don't even think you got to go before Congress to repeal that and get that out of here, because that's the main problem. Pull up the HIDA map and you'll see what's going on in the black neighborhood all across the country. It's a program, sir. It's designed for me, sir. Okay, this president came in. He didn't give them HIDA or HEFCA. You know what Trump did? He gave them something called the Restores Lives Act. Okay,
and he didn't repeal any of that stuff either.
No, you know why? You know why he didn't? You know why he didn't? He created the First Step Act and the Second Step Act.
Okay.
No. Hold on. That's to undo. That's to undo some of that. But you got to go before Congress actually.
So then why didn't he repeal? You said you talked about Obama and he didn't do it. So why Trump didn't do it?
He created something called
he created something. And he also had Congress and he also had senators and representatives to back him. But when Obama got in office, after 2 years, he didn't have the same backing. But you said he could have did something different. But Trump didn't do anything different. He just started a new bill, right? Okay.
Well, this is the last thing I'm going to say. There was
I like this conversation. Why don't you call me in one day, Mrs. Vukovich, and give me 15 minutes with the people?
I just want to say that you made a comment that Obama never repealed, and he never had to go to Congress to repeal some of these things because they were, there
were programs.
Right.
Programs. They're not actual laws.
Okay. So this is what I'm saying. That was 8 years. You saying Obama never repealed those?
That's correct.
And he could do it.
He could,
and he had the power to do it.
The Crime Act would have to go before Congress.
Well, I understand that, but you're talking about the other two acts that you were talking about. All I want to say is, before I let you go, is that even though you said that President Trump did some work, but he didn't repeal them either. He didn't reverse them either.
But what he did is
but I'm just saying, I'm just going by what you specifically said was.
But you got to look at the First Step Act. You got to look at the laws.
But he didn't. But actually, he wasn't the one that created the First Step Act, and maybe we will bring you in to talk about that. Wait a minute.
We got a senator by the name of Tim Scott.
Maybe we will have you come and debate that with another person.
Bring in your best guns, baby.
No, it's hey.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Beach. We appreciate you.
Nice talking to you.
All right. I love Mr. Beach. Here at Wisconsin Voices, everybody gets their opinion. I would never shut somebody down. I may not agree with them, but you want to hear all opinions. But every once in a while, we can think.
Please join Wisconsin Voices every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. We will be focusing on community partnerships, voter education, and long-term collective impact for all Wisconsinites.
You're listening to Wisconsin Voices Be a Voice Radio. Follow us at BAWI Voice and learn more at wisconsinvoices.org.
The 3 pillars of Wisconsin Voices are protect democracy, build community, and teaching advocacy. Go to wisconsinvoices.org to learn more about Wisconsin Voices and our partners, and to stay up to date on all community events. If you like and want to support Wisconsin Voices and the work that they do, please click on the donation tab.
Hey, Milwaukee. Join Wisconsin Voices for our annual community cookout at Johnson's Park on July 27th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Enjoy delicious food, great music, and exciting entertainment while engaging with the community and learning about our fantastic partners. The event takes place at 1919 West Fond du Lac Avenue in Milwaukee. Mark your calendars and don't miss out on this amazing day of fun and connection. Visit wisconsinvoices.org for more details. See you there.
You know what? I am very concerned.
I'm the first to admit I can't dance. I can't.
But you love doing it.
But I like trying. I have fun trying.
You wait, but here's the thing. There, exactly.
Have fun.
And just because you don't have none, we understand it. You know what? Y'all pick on me all the time. Now, look, let me tell y'all something. In the halls of Wisconsin Voices, they be getting me. They be making fun. Oh my goodness.
We have fun.
Just people just look at her like, woo. I'm like, yeah. Understand.
I don't know what they talking about, Mr. Jermaine.
Jermaine, sit there and shake your head like you don't know what we talking about.
I'm not in it.
I ain't in it. You strictly right across from us. So you
I'm not in it.
How you not in it and you grew up with her. So stop.
Yeah.
They love me right here. So
him stuff.
They boiled in each other, me and her brother. We boiled each other.
Mm-hmm. And she was
actually, sometimes it felt like the what is it that
you cannot lie on.
Wait, what is the Hatfields and the
McCoys?
Yeah, it was like nobody else. It was the Hatfields and McCoys. No, was I keep telling people that I was. Wait, no.
Hey, like, damn,
I was super quiet when I was younger. I was super quiet, very small. I was tiny. And I seriously, I don't know how I got from there to there, but no.
I promise you, she didn't talk. She was quiet. I saw it myself.
I was super quiet. I didn't really.
Now, I don't know what happened now. This boy,
I was delivered. My voice
has been unlocked.
Praise.
Took out the gate.
Right.
It was, and like I tell people when people say, "Why do you do this work?" or how work do we do, and why I do this work? It's because I felt like I couldn't speak. I didn't have a voice when I was younger. And I refuse to be put in a box. I refuse to let people dictate what my voice.
Never shut up.
We knew.
I got a quote.
She ran into that.
Never put up, let up, shut up, or quit. No doubt.
Who's coming to the cookout?
Everybody.
I'll be there.
You know what? And people, we invite any acoustic artists who want to come and lay lay a blanket down and just play the guitars or the drum. This is such a community event. We want people to show up, show out, be a part of everything that we do. We have a DJ there, but if somebody want to come and play some music, we'll shut the DJ down and let listen to them. It's all about you never know.
If you want to come teach you how to dance.
It's not a lie, because we've done that before. We've done that where rappers have come. No, it's not mad. It's annoyance. How about I just say it's annoyance? But we have had events where there's local rappers and the DJ puts some music on and they just start spitting. I mean, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be what we doing and how we do our community. Well, I hope you are there with us, Johnson. What's the name, the full name?
Clarence and Cleopatra Johnson Park. 1919 West Fond du Lac.
26. Come hang out, be a part of what we're doing.
The views and opinions expressed on this show do not reflect that of the staff and management of WNOV and W293 CX 106.5 FM Courier Communications Milwaukee, but are the sole comments of the host and guest of this particular show.
The views and opinions expressed in this program do not reflect those of Wisconsin Voices, but are those of the host and guests of this particular show, and their appearance on the program does not imply any endorsements or representation by Wisconsin Voices. Thank you for listening to Be a Voice with Wisconsin Voices.
Be a voice.
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 Visit WisconsinVoices.org.
Visit WisconsinVoices.org.
Visit WisconsinVoices.org
And learn more on how to be a voice with Wisconsin Voice.